Hey guys, I'm Robert Roscoe Thorncage Weary here with coL.Westrice Win, the top laner for Complexity LOL.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm a little sick right now, but yeah, I've been sick for a week, so my throat hurts, my nose is runny, but I'm good other than that.
Yeah, the winter's just melting, so you're getting into the spring. You'll
Yeah.
immunize yourself for the summer.
Okay.
So, dude, you finally got into the LCS. Your big huge dream of getting to the LCS and playing in the top of the league. What was the first thing you did after you guys won?
I think everyone was mentally exhausted. I think we took like an hour to just like talk about the games and like obviously we were all really happy, right? So we were doing like a joking mood and like just like very cheerful. And after that, we went to go eat dinner. And then the plan was to like go out and like have fun and stuff. But I think everyone is like mentally exhausted. So I just like drove home. Like I like driving now, so I just like went straight home after that. And then went to go see my girlfriend and blah blah blah. But we didn't really do anything afterwards actually.
Yeah, too
we just
tired.
yeah, we just like, okay guys, good job. Let's go now. So yeah.
Yeah, especially playing. It was the three games after that first one. The first one was the definitely the most mentally exhausting, I'd say.
Oh, the game. Oh oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first game against Coast.
Yeah, that game was like really that game was like out of control, honestly.
Yeah,
We should have won that game like a lot sooner, and then we should have lost that game around like mid game. But it's just back and forth. It was a really messy game by both of us.
so what made this split the one to get in? What do you think pushed you guys and yourself over the edge?
Um, I think I think the biggest one is just having a really good shot caller and having a good or like a better mid laner. Like I don't want to like say anything bad about like our last mid laner, but probably has like been doing very well, and he shot calls a lot of stuff that are like needed that we didn't have before, and he's just like mechanically a good player. Like he matched up against Shifter, and he shut him down, and like in the past, our old mid laner couldn't do that, so it was like a huge upgrade.
Yeah, he definitely kept him on his toes like throughout the entire thing. I think he was
Yeah,
up ahead and farm quite often.
and often or lately I've been picking up like tanks as well. So I've only been playing tanks. I haven't been playing anything else. Like last split, I was playing Kha'Zix middle, and like non tanks.
Transitioning from assassin
Yeah.
to tank here.
So people were like, people still try to camp me the same way, but like tanks don't fall off, but assassins do. So like that's why when people camp me as like certain champions, like Akali or something like that, then she becomes useless. But when they camp me as someone like Shyvana or Mundo, it's not gonna help because like that second game versus coast, they tried to camp me as Mundo and like it never worked. So like Nintendo wasted like 3 or 2 ganks trying to kill me and wasting his time while Broken was getting free from like that. So like we just adapted pretty much.
Yeah, I think that was even game one when you were Renekton, and they kept bullying you again in the top lane.
Oh yeah, that was like my first game, but so like that first game was actually pretty bad for me. I could have like avoided all those ganks, but I played it very wrong. Um,
Yeah,
but
and oh,
yeah,
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, I
Uh,
didn't have anything to
okay.
say.
So you definitely do get a lot of flack on the internet about how you can get on tilt and how you can get bullied and that can be used against you. But it seemed like at least I think I recall hearing in the post game interview from Broken and probably that because there was so much focus on you and Zion, then the rest of the team, like probably Robert and Boba, were just able to uh, do what they could with the other lanes. Do you think that that was an actual strategy that you guys used against them?
um, we knew it was gonna happen because like we knew that they always want to snowball Zion Spartan, but I told my team that I don't really like need help, which was like probably a bad idea to say because like obviously you want to counter gank those ganks, right? But I didn't call for it. So like my biggest problem was not calling for those counter ganks. So I'm just like no. Like your bot is winning, mid is winning. Just make sure they're still ahead, you know. So don't come top. And I'm a tank, so I'll be okay. But then like I let it go like worse than it should have been because Broken should have been top to counter gank those, and that was like my mistake for not calling him up there. I called him to go away. So our biggest difference between me and Zion is like Zion gets a lot of like um help, you know.
Intention,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I
but I should be doing the same thing, honestly. That's something we figured out like right after the games. So yeah, so we're definitely gonna adapt to it.
and what do you feel about against playing against Zion Spartan? And I believe you guys play against Dignitas in the first match of the summer split.
Um, I mean, in a team scene, he's really good, but I play him in solo queue and like he's like we just we play the same way like because he doesn't have a jungler to camp him. We just brawl it out and then it's literally just 1v1 and I'd say it's the even like dead even like he beats me sometimes, I beat him sometimes, but in a team environment like they just like all gang up on me which that's something that we need to be ready for in the LCS, and so I'm not too worried when people think I should be.
And then for your huge dream to get into the LCS, what was it like trying to keep that motivation throughout each and every split that you were able to get?
I was actually like losing motivation. Um, that last split was actually my last attempt to go into the LCS before I actually quit. I think I told a few people that like Travis pretty much told everybody. I didn't think Travis would tell anybody, but he literally just told everybody like right before our match. I'm like, oh, yeah. But then, sorry, what was the question again?
How were you able to keep the dedication all the way up until that point?
Um, I knew I had a much better team, and I didn't want to go back to school, so that was like enough motivation for me.
What would you have studied?
I was in school for computer programming for like a year and a half, and then I realized in class, halfway through class, I'm like, screw this, dude. I don't want to do this. And yeah, and then I got picked up by a pro team. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just do this instead.
And I saw that going off of that, mentioning how the last split would have been your last, this last attempt,
Yeah.
that you said that exactly that. I think it was on a quote on Reddit. And how can you go from having that mindset of like, essentially accepting that you could be done to getting back that killer instinct? Because you said that you started to slack off once in a while because you're getting sick of playing League all the time, and so you're going to have this flip be your last. How are you able to go from uh, accepting that you might not do it anymore to full front to going all the way back full throttle?
Um, yeah, like lately, or like before the tournament, I was like kind of giving up. But I knew that my teammates really wanted it or like wanted to win, so I put in like all my effort to try to win this split, and I just like realized that this was what I wanted for like the past year. Why aren't I going for it right now? Like this is like my like perfect window to like go for the dream, you know? So then yeah, I freaking wanted to just be a team player and just be that tank that we need and make an impact even if I get camped, you know? So yeah, I mean that's enough motivation, I think.
Yeah, but so you're able to kind of remotivate yourself. But going into the next 10 weeks,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, like, how do you think you'll be able to get back your like killer instinct
oh, you
to
mean
want?
for the LCS?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, basically my mine is like basically wipe clean of all like the thoughts of like leaving the pro scene, you know? But yeah, now like it makes me want to try even harder because like we're against like all these teams that are really really good. Like all the teams that we could have beaten easily, like Dignitas. Dignitas got a lot stronger, and like I'm actually scared of all these teams in the LCS. So I feel like I feel honored to play with all these very good teams in the LCS, and I'm like honored to be one of it. So like that's enough motivation for me to like try really hard this split.
Awesome. And then when I talked to Broken Shard, he said that a goal of his was to have the team do well and learn and stay as secure as possible and to continue playing.
Yeah.
Now that you've achieved your dream of getting into the LCS, what's your goal now?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
What's your goal now? Now that you've actually achieved your big goal, what are you looking towards now?
Freaking go to Worlds. Like I'm
Right.
pretty sure everyone said like obviously that's like the number one thing to look at. But realistically, we just don't want to get relegated. That's all. But
Realistically, don't get relegated, and then top of the clouds, go to Worlds.
yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, that's definitely a dream that a lot of people share in the LCS.
Yeah.
So, what have there been any changes in terms of your lifestyle now that you've made it in? Like, are you practicing more with the team, or are you doing a little bit more relaxing while you're on vacation?
You mean what I've been doing on vacation?
Yeah, since you've officially made it to the LCS,
Yeah.
has your league lifestyle changed at all?
Oh, it actually like regressed. I used to like work out a lot, and then now I'm just like playing games all the time. Um, I
League
mean,
solo queue games?
I I've actually been playing a lot more solo queue actually, so I guess that's the change. Like I was usually never really close to challenger, but then I've been playing a lot, and then 2 days ago I got challenger, and I'm like 300 points in. So I've just been like playing, spamming the crap out of solo queue, just so I can like, keep my mechanics up and get ready for LCS. It's just like an individual skill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
So
guys did,
my lifestyle, my lifestyle didn't change at all.
yeah.
Honestly, I didn't do anything.
Although you guys did go to Lone Star Clash 3, yeah?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And
That's fun.
I think you beat the first round, and then you beat Team 8, but then
Uh,
you eventually lost to them, correct?
yeah, we
What was
beat
going on there?
teammate, we beat teammate, and then we lost the teammate. Um, that was our first, tur that was like our first game together in a long time. But that wasn't the reason. The reason why we lost is because we weren't expecting a global comp. They've been practicing for so long. They've been practicing a global comp and like TF Pantheon, um, what's it called? Pantheon, TF Nocturne, like all those global champions. We didn't really expect that, and we didn't really know how to play against it. So basically that just like screwed us over the entire like series. Like they did us that first round too, and then we banned it all. And then I don't know why we didn't do that this the second time. But
Yeah.
yeah, we just got kind of screwed over, honestly. We just weren't prepared. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, not to look down on Lone Star Clash at all, but it certainly wasn't. It's not the LCS, and now that you finally made it, it meant a little bit less, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really care that much. Obviously, we wanted to win,
Yeah.
so we obviously tried, but we're not gonna beat ourselves over it.
But it sounds like you guys have a lot of team chemistry though, together, with especially between Brawley and Broken. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone on the team like each other, especially probably Broken. Actually, everyone loves Broken. That guy's funny.
And on the same Reddit post that I found your other quote, I found this, someone asked you, "What is the one thing that you would have done differently at the start of your pursuit into the LCS, looking back on it?" And you said that you would have done more meta, as opposed to less risky picks like your favorite Akali. Do you think that you'll stick to more meta for a long time now, or like for good, or do you think that in your heart you'll ever go back to your favorite champion like Akali?
I'm pretty much used to playing like meta champions now. Like, I pretty much only play like Renekton, Shyvana, Jackson, Lee Sin. Like all those champions are like in right now. Like I don't really play assassins anymore.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not really looking back into it.
All right. And with the change of CLG and Nien into possibly Seraph, I believe Seraph right now is still just in a tryout stage, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'll get the spot. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. What can you say about him?
he's just like it really shows in solo queue. Like I was playing against him. I didn't know it was him for a while. 'Cause like his Murph is where his name in game is like something else, right? Um, I didn't know it was him, and then Broken was like, "Well, that's a Seraph." I'm like, "Oh, really? Oh, no wonder. This guy's really good."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like playing Italy or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'd be able to match up against him pretty well, or what is what's your experience been against him in the past?
Mechanically, I think we're the same, but I think he's a little bit smarter. So like he'll go in at the like at right times. He'll roam at the right times. He'll stick on certain champions at the right times. Like I feel like he'll do everything right. But yeah, and like a one v one, I think we're like the same people.
Yeah, I think that it was a caster, it might have been Jat, that said that you go aggressive and you either go for some really spectacular plays and you succeed, or you just happen to flop on the other side of the spectrum. But
Yeah, that is something that can happen.
often when trying to go for big plays, flops
Yeah,
will happen often.
yeah.
But have you had a chance to watch any of the international players play, the All Stars?
Oh yeah, I was watching like SKT just literally destroy everybody.
Yeah.
And I wasn't surprised that Fnatic and top assassins fell really short. Like I haven't seen them perform in a while, but I was really surprised by Cloud9 for doing so well though. Like
Yeah.
with the sub with Link, like Link's not their shot caller. High was, so like I was surprised how well they did.
Yeah, Lemon was saying that he said that High was much more of a dominant shot caller,
Hmm.
but Link was still doing his job as a good shot caller, but a lot less um, dominant than High. But
Yeah,
apparently still did the job well.
I think Link is like mechanically a lot better, but High is just like High is what Cloud9 needs, and the really strong voice, you know.
Anything you take away from watching the All Stars? Any perhaps any intelligence on Cloud9 slash CLG from watching that?
It's okay to lose to Koreans. So if I lose to Sarah, I'm like, it's okay. That guy's Korean. No, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, it's just like their strategies overall. Like everything that they did is just like so smooth and like calculated. Like people aren't running around like doing nothing. You know, people are like actively looking for stuff to do. And yeah, there's a reason why they're all stars.
Well, do you have any shout outs for anybody? Maybe your sponsors or friends, family?
Yeah, shout out to our sponsors, obviously, Complexity for giving us this opportunity, and yeah, and all the sponsors too, including Sound Blaster. Um, and shout out to my mom. She's in Vietnam right now. And it's Mother's Day, so I didn't really get to see her. Well, I don't really get to see her anyways because she's in Missouri and I'm not. But she's in Vietnam, so yeah, shout out to my mom for supporting me, for everything I do, and especially all my fans too for always being there for me. Like when I'm doing well, we're doing bad.
Good to hear.
Uh,
All right, thanks you guys for watching, and remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on Twitter. And I hope you get better, West.
Thanks, I'm really sick still.
And thank you for the interview, dude.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Have a good day.
All right, see ya.